Hey you guys, DarksyDex here, with a quick review of Strider. Strider is the crazy, fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping action game where you play as arguably one of the most badass ninjas to ever grace the video game world. Strider, Hiryu. This reboot, because the games originally came out back in the day, the arcade, and then there was also Strider 2 on the PlayStation 1, which was awesome. But anyway, Strider comes back to his 2D platforming roots, and I'm sure you want to know how it holds up. Alright, quickly I want to talk about the gameplay first. This is the shining star of Strider. It's all about gameplay when it comes to Strider, so this was first and foremost for me, was the gameplay on point. And it is. It's just as you would expect it to be out of a Strider game. It's fast and intense, it's quick. You gotta, it's just, you gotta quick. You have your main attack, the Cipher Sword, which swings wildly somewhere between the speed of sound and light. In this new addition to the Strider series, Hiryu is equipped with plenty of new weapons to make him more versatile than ever before. He's got little robot summons, shields, throwing stars. That's just a few things that increases his previously limited arsenal. Usually he just slices people up with his sword, but it seems like he's decided to finally start branching out and do some more ninja tricks. The game is something like a Metroidvania light too. There's a big map to explore along with secret items, costumes, item upgrades, and so on and so forth. The exploration takes something of a backseat though, but that's probably a good thing since the game should focus more on the action than the exploring. But regardless, it's a nice little element to have, and I welcomed it greatly over a standard linear progression system. Strider plays well, the buttons are quick and responsive. When you control Strider, you really do feel badass mowing down all the fodder that stands in your path, and let me tell you, they truly are fodder. If you're a big action gamer fan, I would suggest starting on hard. I'm playing on normal, and I'm just kind of cakewalking it. So if you want a challenge, start on a harder mode. Let's talk about the graphics real quick. I always say that, real quick. Anyway, there's some really nice effects in this game, most particularly the lighting effects, the explosions, and other small details like when he swings his sword and the little cape flowing through the wind and stuff like that. But one of my main gripes with this game is just, it looks very plain. It's a very plain looking game. The world they've created, it's very generic and boring looking. A lot of grays and pale blues and just really dark colors. I mean, every now and there's a lot of light, like a lot of blooming light effects in this game, but other than that, it's pretty devoid of any kind of interesting color. Nothing really sparks my imagination. As I'm sure you all know, I'm a sucker for interesting vistas and breathtaking scenery. However, if something like this doesn't bother you at all, then I wouldn't worry about it. It barely bothers me too. I'm just trying to nitpick here. It's a minor complaint at best, but it still is one. There was this one area though that I did like as far as backgrounds go. It had the futuristic buildings, but it also had some of those Tetris looking Russian buildings. Yeah, the game takes place in Russia. I don't know what those buildings are called, but you know what I'm talking about. They got those little, they kind of look like, what do you call they kind of look like the Malamars. Yeah, the top of the building looks like a Malamar, so it's kind of interesting to see how they put Techno Russia and Tetris Russia together. That was cool. But that was really the only art that took me in. Sound. Now, sound effects and all that stuff, cool. The sword swing sounds awesome. The panther yowling and all that stuff. Sound effects are good. I got no problem with the sound effects. Everything is leveled correctly and it doesn't hurt your ears or anything like that. But I do have to complain again about the music. Strider games are well known for their amped up adrenaline pumping tracks. Even Marvel vs. Capcom, he had the craziest amped up theme. It just made you want to beat the shit out of somebody. And there's nothing more satisfying than running around slicing up baddies with this wicked fast, badass music playing in the background. But in this reboot, a lot of the times the music playing is very somber or dull, and it kind of just falls into the background. Sometimes you can barely hear the music. I understand this is a budget title, and you could tell the main focus was really where it counts in the gameplay, and thankfully they nailed that perfectly, but I feel like some more amped up tracks couldn't have hurt the overall soundtrack here. I ended up getting the soundtrack too because I pre-ordered it, so I was able to listen to all the music, and outside of the Kazakh remix, which is from Strider on Nintendo, because that song, when I heard that stop playing, I got hyped, like I was like, yeah boy! But other than that, the music in this game is pretty forgettable. I mean, there's some cool cues like the Egypt music, but I'm not going to start singing. But, I mean, outside of the remixes, the music is pretty much just generic techno droning babble crap that I'm not really crazy about. But what you can do, and that's what I do, turn the music off and play your Strider 2 soundtrack. All in all though, Strider's an awesome action game with intense gameplay, big boss fights, but it's lacking a little bit when it comes to the like the way it looks and the music. However, nothing, like I said, you could just play your own music, whatever. I mean, put on some metal, put on Dragon Force, put on Judas Priest, Slayer, whatever you want to listen to. If you're into action games or even progression-based exploration, you should do yourself a huge favor and buy Strider. At $15, it's a steal. If you're just here to take in the scenery, then maybe not. But really, who plays action games for scenery? That's what Proteus is for. And yes, I understand that I criticize the oddest things sometimes, but you know what? People are pretty fucking odd, so you never know. Someone might appreciate the strange intricacies I take. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. And don't forget to subscribe so you can tune in every day. That's right, 7 days a week for new gaming content from yours truly. Also, stay up to date by following me on Twitter, liking me on Facebook, and following me on twitch.tv. In the meantime, why not click one of the annotations for more Darksy Decks? See you guys next time.